Hello, Loup Power District employees, family, friends, and others, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. As the saying goes, if you don't like the weather in Nebraska, wait 5 minutes and it will change. And boy, has this year been one where if you wait 5 minutes, it will change. Between what happened in March with the mid-March storm event to the rains that we've had this summer, it's been quite the year for Loup Power District and the entire state of Nebraska. At this month's board meeting, management introduced to the board our new Vice President of Corporate Services, Todd Duran. Todd comes to us from NPPD and Columbus Hydraulics here in Columbus, and we're excited to have Todd on board with us. We look forward to the energy and enthusiasm that he'll bring as he starts shaping his department and the new ideas he'll bring to the district that we'll use moving forward as we make some changes in our organization. At this month's board meeting, management provided to the board an update regarding the repairs from the mid-March storm event. Repairs continue at a fairly brisk pace, although the weather has hampered the district during the last couple months. The board also reviewed various bids that were opened in the past month regarding repairs to the wing wall on the intake structure, repairs to the levee system along the canal, and a new containerized boiler system for boilers for the gates at the headwork system. The board accepted bids on the wing wall intake structure and on the containerized boiler system, but rejected the bid on the levee work due to the pricing and some other concerns that we had with regard to that bid. All of those were at the recommendation of management. Work on the wing wall at the intake structure will start taking place here fairly quickly, and the containerized boiler system has been put on order and should be arriving sometime in early November. All of these will help us as we move forward with the repairs and continuing discussions with FERC to bring the canal back to its pre-mid-March storm event levels. We continue to take approximately 2,000 cubic feet per second of water into the canal and are doing a fantastic job at making sure that that water stays in the canal and are using it to the best solutions that we can. It's been a challenging situation so far, and it continues to be a challenging situation, and we will have many more bid openings in the upcoming months as we continue to move forward to make the repairs and finalize those repairs. As we've said previously, we expect to be back to normal operation probably sometime in late 2020, and hope at that time that then we will work with FERC to come up with more permanent solutions to what we're going to do along the canal. The intake wall work that we've contracted, which is being contracted with BD Construction here in Columbus, again, will begin shortly, and we expect that work to be done sometime in early spring next year. Management provided the board with an update regarding the hydroelectric relicensing. Relicensing activities have kind of slowed down since the mid-March storm event, and we have had conversations with FERC about starting up negotiations regarding the various flow restrictions that are contained in our hydroelectric license. We continue to look for ways that we can work with FERC and the Fish and Wildlife Service based upon what we've seen happen this spring and activities in the Loup River and the lower Platte River, which we think might be more beneficial to loop operations as far as protecting the threatened and endangered species that exist within the project area. We will see where these negotiations go, as we had some negotiations toward the late fall of last year in October and November of 2018, and hope to continue those discussions again. In addition, the board and management discussed various other water issues that are occurring in the Platte River Basin all the way from Colorado through mid-Nebraska and in the lower Platte River Basin, which, although they don't directly affect the district's license because they do affect the Platte River, they could affect the threatened and endangered species that are located in the Platte River system, which could have an effect on how the district operates and how that operation will affect those threatened and endangered species. Management provided the board with an update on the new service center. Completion is getting near, and we can see a lot of the finalized work being done at the new service center. Road work has started as BD Construction has started hauling dirt in for the roadway into the system. The water system that will be used for the new service center is going to be starting to be bored underneath the Lost Creek Parkway next week. And we look forward to probably starting to move in late September, early October. Once we do that, we will be setting up dates for public to participate in tours of the facility, as well as a grand opening of the facility at some time, probably later on this fall. The board and management had a discussion regarding some information provided by Bluestem Energy Solutions on a potential solar and battery energy storage system. This solar and battery energy storage system would be something that the district could do to help save additional money and be part of our qualifying local generation under our contract with NPPD. There are certain advantages for the district entering into and possibly looking at a solar energy system and a battery energy storage system that would be beneficial, as we can provide some information to our customers that are looking at something like this. However, at this point in time, the district made no vote to move forward with anything. We're just in the discussion phases with Bluestem and are looking at additional energy information provided by Bluestem regarding this type of a system. Management and the board reviewed preliminary 2020 wholesale rates that were provided by NPPD at their August board meeting. Currently, NPPD is looking at no base rate change, and they're also looking at various options for the refund of excess rate stabilization funds to wholesale customers. The district has provided a letter to the NPPD board regarding our thoughts on the refund of the rate stabilization funds to wholesale customers, and the NPPD board will be reviewing and voting on one of these options at their September board meeting. The district is excited that there will be no wholesale rate increase on base rates from NPPD in 2020, and look forward to continued discussions with the NPPD board on the return of the excess rate stabilization funds. The board approved management's recommendations regarding the district's health insurance renewal for 2020. The district received health insurance renewals from NRECA, Hartford Insurance, and Express Scripts for all of the district's health insurance products. The board voted to accept the renewals as is from these three companies and will continue to provide the insurance to employees and retirees as has been provided in the past, with no change to any cost to employees and retirees. It's a great benefit provided by the district to all of our employees and retirees, and we look forward to working with our insurance companies to keep these rates low that will help us continue this benefit to all of our employees and retirees into the future. Management provided the board with an update on payments that were made to the communities as part of our 10% lease payment under our contracts with our various communities. The first half payments were made in August of this year, and the board looked at the various payments and reviewed the various payments that were paid to all of our communities. We're currently working with a number of our communities to update the agreements, as we have updated agreements with Columbus, Creston, Genoa, Newman Grove, Lindsay, and Lee, and look to update all of our contracts by the end of 2020. Hopefully within the next 4 to 5 months, we will get most of these contracts completed and then move forward with finishing those, which will give the district access to our communities and be the retail provider for our communities through the year 2040. Chief Financial Officer Walt Williams provided an update to the board on the financial report for the July time period. Financials for July were a bit alarming, as we have reduced revenue due both to the cooler weather that happened in July and the reduced revenue that we're getting from the hydroelectric system. The district has concerns over where this may lead in the future, and we will be continuing to keep an eye on this. In addition, district management provided the board with some discussions that we've had with our financials advisor, PFM, out of Des Moines, Iowa, regarding the potential of refinancing our 2012 bond issue. Given the ongoing cost of the repairs associated with the canal issue, the district may look to refinance that 2012 bond issue and add some additional dollars to meet the needs that we have for the canal repairs. No decisions have been made at this point in time, and we will continue to work with our financial advisors and the board going forward to determine if something can be done that would help the district save money in the long run and protect our financial situation at this point in time. As I said at the beginning, weather's been a constant interruption this summer, as we've seen one of the wettest Julys and Augusts that we've seen in the Loup Power District territory. Anybody that's gone across the Loup River in recent months has seen the amount of water in the Loup River, and for that matter in the Platte River. And as we continue to see the ongoing wet situation in the central part of the state, that also will affect the amount of water we see in the Loup and Platte River in the upcoming months. Continue to monitor this, as this has been quite a situation for us all, and it would be nice at some point in time to see some reduced water in the rivers, which will help us make some of the repairs that we need to make along the canal system. With that brings to an end what I have for the Canal Chronicles for this month. I thank you all for your attention to this, and again, we will talk to you next month, and be happy and stay safe. For all of the district's health insurance products.